Good morning, everybody. I am trying to figure out how to make a video and show you the cool tag journal I made in Faith's class on mixed media on a Wednesday night. And I jelly printed all these tags and then we put them together to make a book. And I ended up using a Life magazine from March 20th, 1944, and I used ads from that magazine to decorate this book. So I'm going to go through it quickly and show you what I think is interesting about ads from 1944. If you can see on the front, many of the ads said something like buy United States war bonds and stamps. I used one of these little frog closures just to do something different. And I decorated the spine with washi tape. And this black is some kind of adhesive medical tape that you tape up your muscles with. And I just didn't want a black spine, so I put some pretty washi tape and some trim I got from Judy Ross several years ago. Here we go. I don't want this to be real long, but I want to point out some things. I love jelly printing, as you know, and every page is prettier than the next. What's cool about the 1944 ads is cigarettes were just front and center back then. The milder, better tasting cigarette. Camels are so easy on my throat, and their rich taste is always a treat. I love this one. Scott tissue toilet paper. They made a mask out of toilet paper to keep germs away from her newborn baby. I think that's hilarious. And then Aunt Jemima, who's been in the news in today's society, folks smile from ear to ear when they eats my Aunt Jemima pancakes. She became a millionaire. Okay, next page. You know, I was unaware about this with Jell-O. Your beautiful Jell-O ads are driving me crazy. And this says something about the sugar rations in 1944 and how it was hard to find Jell-O on the shelf. And so we plan to keep showing you beautiful and very thrifty dishes made with Jell-O. And boy, maybe we need to have a carry-in and I can bring tomato and cottage cheese Jell-O ring. It is a meatless day recipe everybody needs now. The next one is how you can avoid the danger of denture breath. So it says at 5:30, do you get an ear-to-ear kiss instead of lips? Well, maybe it's denture breath. You may not know your breath offends, but others do. Be careful. Don't brush your dentures with ordinary cleansers. It's difficult to reach those tiny crevices. And then I did this, of course, as a shout out to our club. And I just love the trim. I love the fingernail polish. And that's Scripto. Okay, here's something near and dear. Well, the Old Gold cigarettes. What was interesting about that ad was they put a listen to, and then they put bands that were popular back then. Bob Crosby and his orchestra, Sammy Kaye's band. I just thought that was interesting. And then, of course, we can't go wrong with a pointy maiden form. And that's kind of cool too. What I like about 1944 is the put together look of all the ladies. They're just beautiful. I like this one. War busy hands may still be beautiful. And this, you know, people wore gloves back then. That is so far into us now. but they could cover up their war-busy hands and the calluses they were getting for being Rosie the Riveter by wearing Pretty Gloves by Sandra. And Misunderstood Because Your Hair is Gray. Clairol banishes every trace of gray or graying hair swiftly, surely, beautifully. Use Clairol. Embrace your gray is what I say. Who doesn't remember A&P Supermarket, established in 1859? And what I thought was interesting, something I knew nothing about, was the food fights for freedom. So they had some kind of thing where I guess if you bought certain products, they would donate to the war effort. But I thought that was interesting. Okay, here's the one I love. Philip Morris cigarettes by war bonds, scientifically proved less irritating to the nose and throat. Medical authorities know this one is superior. So it's funny that, 4 out of 5 doctors would recommend these cigarettes to their people. It just cracks me up. Solid proof that this finer tasting cigarette is less irritating to the throat. But just look at these people. They got it together. Coming down the home stretch, Canada Dry Club Soda. I hear a better highball coming. Just look at this guy. He looks like he's out of a 50s TV show. Pinpoint carbonation, the famous Canada Dry method of achieving livelier and longer lasting zest. And then on the back, I just put a couple of things because I like the way they look. A Dodge ad and something for headaches. Also for relief from neuralgic and muscular pain. So it's some kind of pain reliever. So hope you enjoyed my book. I had fun making it. The inside of the book took me almost 3 hours to put together. But I had fun making it. Thanks, Faith.